Alright guys, so the topic I'm going to be discussing today is actually something that I hold very near and dear to my heart. It's going to be how to navigate the barbershop as a trans man. And it really is different for us, like there's a whole level of anxiety going into the barber, especially if you're preteen. It's even more complicated if you're preteen because it's a super masculine environment. It's a super like mask for mask environment. You have to sound like cool, you have to go along with the conversations that are being had, sort of be up on the latest of everything, right? So there's something that I would like to share with you guys, and it's gonna be the first time I ever got my hair cut. So I'm actually gonna put a picture of what my hair sort of looked like for about 4 months after I came out, or I actually was not able to get my hair cut until about 3 months after I came out, which actually felt like a year. Having long hair felt like forever. But I'm going to show you guys a picture of how my hair looked for like a good 4 months before I actually chopped all my hair off and I had little baby peasy curls. So when I was growing up, I'm actually mixed. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually very vocal about that. My mom was white and my dad is black, right? So the woman in my life being Caucasian, she really had no clue whatsoever what to do with my hair. And she said that when she used to try to comb it out, which you're not really supposed to do with dry hair, let alone you're supposed to wet the kid's hair, put a little set conditioner, have a wide tooth shower comb, and actually comb it through. You know what I mean? That way it's not gonna hurt at all unless you have knots, but I don't think I had knots. So anyway, she said I complained too much when she combed my hair. So what my parents decided to do, one of the worst decisions, I hope you guys understand this, one of the worst decisions, probably a decision that could have ruined my life, that from a small point of view did ruin my life, was they permed my hair. Now keep in mind, I've always been a tomboy. Now I'm just a man, but I've always been a tomboy. I've always played sports, always gone in the pool, pretty much always been sweaty. And if we know anything about perms and moisture, it's that it does not mix. So for the most part, I'm going to include another picture of how my hair looked when it was long. My hair was crazy. My hair had so much, it was dry as hell, and it was just big. It was just big poof all the time. My hair was actually a big poof until I turned about 19, I would say. Like my hair was just a big poof until I turned about 19. So that was horrible. So it took about 3 months of actually convincing my dad to cut my hair, and it was not a fun thing. It was actually very emotionally hard for me to explain to him why I wanted to get my hair cut, because as I said before, he was not accepting. And for him, it's like, you want to get your hair cut, you want to be a boy, not in my house, bro. So I actually had to convince him, like there's a lot of girly girls who get their hair cut short, and if you do have like unsupportive parents, that's your best route into getting a haircut. I just convinced him that like all these girly girls have short hairs. I think I showed him pictures of like what's her name, Shailene Woodley and stuff like that. And I was like, see, like she likes men, she has a short haircut, knowing damn well the entire time I wanted to be a man. But boom, so we went to the hairdresser, not even the barber at this point. We went to the hairdresser, and what my dad told the salon lady was that he showed her a picture of Pink, and he said, I want this person's hair to look like Pink hair. And I'm not Pink's color, I'm not her background, I'm not her ethnicity. So it did not come out looking like Pink, needless to say. But I had that weird hair for a long time, right? And then I went to get another haircut, and the lady had cut it so low that when I washed my hair, I actually had little teeny tiny, smaller than this, peasy little curls. So that's really where like my real haircut, my real Devin look came about me. So my hair grew out. I had like a giant afro, like a big afro. It was huge, but it was great. It was really like my signature look for a long time. And the first time that I actually did go to a barber was after I moved out, because my dad was not letting me get a lineup or anything like that. So I actually tried out about, I would say, 8 or 9 barbers in the time of a week, probably 2 weeks. Let me not get crazy, probably 3 weeks really, because this is a tip I'll give to you guys. It actually depends how the barber listens to you. Okay, if you show the barber a picture and they go ahead and they do something that you did not ask for, do not go to that person. They're not going to respect you. Something perfect is that since we're all under quarantine and everything, I actually had to go to a random barber. Okay, I had to go to whatever barbershop was open. This was yesterday, and I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here. You probably could tell. This guy pushed my hairline back. Pushed my hairline all the way back. Okay, and you know what? I actually didn't notice that he was doing that, but he really pushed my hairline back. So that's the perfect example. You know, if you show a barber a picture of what you want and they do not follow through as closely as they are able to get you what you need, do not go back to them. Do not feel obligated to go back to them. Okay? And you really, when you walk into the barbershop, it's so easy to have anxiety. It's so easy to feel like I'm not masculine enough for this, but bro, at the end of the day, you're here to look fresh. You're here to look clean. Every time I get a haircut, I feel like I just took a shower after a long day, after a very long day. It's just, it makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you feel like you have a certain element about yourself. So I would say do not let that anxiety and that fear of how am I going to be perceived stop you from actually getting that fresh, nice look. Like, I actually was going to, a unisex salon, because I was just afraid of that energy, I was afraid of that masculine energy. But at the end of the day, if you want to get something, like I just said in my other video, don't let anything stop you from getting that. So I would really say just have confidence. And one thing that is hard for us to grasp is if, say like my voice broke, goddamn bro. Say like if you have a favorite celebrity, a favorite influencer, somebody on Instagram, and you really like their haircut. Everybody has a different head type, right? I have sort of like a squarish head type, right? So if I have a squarish head type and I want to get a haircut that somebody who has an oval head has, it's not going to look right. So make sure that you really you can actually Google, you can actually do a lot of research on what type of haircut would fit the structure of your head, because everything does not look great for everybody. Everything does not look great for some people. Like, if you have a very circular head, you're not going to want a haircut that sits at the top of your head like this. You know what I mean? You're going to want something that is a little bit, like if you're heavier, like I used to be heavier, you're going to want a rounder haircut. You're probably going to want like a temp fade. You know what I mean? And if you have a head similar to mine, a longer squarish head, you could get the temp fade, but you can also get hair that is a little bit, but a little bit upwards, right? So it's all about finding what haircut fits your face. I've had, at this point, this is my third hairstyle, right? I call this the 2020 Odell after he chopped. So I had a big fro, right? I had waves for a little minute, and now I'm on that, 2020 Odell blowout look. Okay, so it's all about finding what is good for you, finding a barber that's good for you, the haircut that's good for you, and finding a good routine, right? So don't always go to the cheapest barber. Some barbers are $15, some barbers are $20, right? And at the end of the day, there's probably a reason why they have that $5 extra charge, because either it's probably because, honestly, where that $5 extra charge will probably come into play is because that barber is licensed, which means, for the most part, they know what they're doing a little bit more. Not to say that everybody has to go to school, but if they did take that extra step to get licensed, they are probably a little bit more professional and a little bit more top-notch with the services that they offer you. So do your research. You can look up on Instagram barbers in your area, the types of haircut that they do, and you also want to make sure that they're clean. You want to make sure if they're using a razor on you, you want to make sure that the razor is sitting in alcohol. That's a big thing. If they're using clippers on you, you want to make sure those are some fresh clippers. If you see hair sitting in that clipper line, no, that's dirty. You will get razor bumps and all types of crazy stuff that will ruin your skin. So do your due diligence. Find a barber you like, a barber shop you like, a haircut you like, and a routine you like. I like to get my haircut every Tuesday. So it will make you a new man or a new they, them, or whatever you want to be. Getting a haircut is just so beneficial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it somewhat useful, because I know that I really watched a lot of these kind of videos when I was first looking to get a haircut. So you guys, let me know what you think. As always, I always say that, and I actually genuinely do mean it. And if you have any comments for me, if you have any pointers for me on my video, or if you have anything that you'd like me to discuss, just go ahead and drop it in the comments. If you don't mind, to subscribe if you actually like what you see, you know what I mean? That will help me out immensely because I want to keep bringing great content to you guys. So if I see those numbers going up, it just lets me know to, keep it pushing. So y'all have a great day. Devin loves you. Devin now. Whew.